Hey, so I wanted to record a reading because I want this reading is for the people that are going through transformations, like your heart transformations, and that are struggling. And it doesn't mean, when I say struggling, doesn't mean financially. It could be struggling mentally, which I think mentally you guys are struggling. And I just wanted to hold some space for you because I've been in that place so many times. This is why I'm really giving most of my attention to my rock bottoms, to my down and outs, to my people that are in the middle transformations. All that glitters is never gold. There's so many readings out there of like what your surprise is, or like about love, what he's feeling, all these things. Like, it's great, but then it's also like harming to people's emotional selves, when they're going through hard times. First of all, with respect to the tarot readers, because I think they do a phenomenal job. I gotta tell you, they do a phenomenal job. And even if they're locking in to check in on someone's emotions without their permission, it happens a lot. But I don't want my people that are going through transformations and breakups to even do these things, because these are like traps. Like, who the fuck cares how he's feeling? How are you feeling? No one gives a fuck. I don't. And it's really easy for people, when you're going through hard times, to transfer. You want to transfer a project, because a lot of people do it all the time. But this is where the work comes in. This is the shadow work. It's going within. Not suffocating yourself with all the issues and the troubles and the traumas and making it your problem. No. But it's taking time for yourself, going within. Like, say for example, you suffered a breakup and you're like, oh my God, he ghosted me, or I can't believe he broke up with me. I treated him this, like that. Yeah, you did too much. And relationships are a lesson. I truly believe that you have to be in a healthy place in order to have a healthy relationship. Because if you're not in a healthy place, you're not going to be seeking the right people, and you're not going to attract, the right people. So your audience and your crowd and the people, your friends, your family, the people that you surround yourself, I'm telling you, are the most important. If you don't like it, change it. A lot of people don't like their family dynamics. They don't want nothing to do. Build your own. There comes a time in life where you have to stop complaining about what was, because I used to do it all the time. And hell, some days I want to, go relish in the what was me, but I have to pick myself up, cry to that. But no, like, look, what am I doing? The past is past. You think you're going to go back to where you're born, or when that moment happened, and be able to heal that, or to ask that person of that? It's asking way too much, and it's never going to happen. It's what happened yesterday is gone. Focus on today. Focus on the future, but always focus on the present. Don't get too ahead of yourself. It's always nice to write goals for the future, but these readers that give readings for like a year, and like, what? I could never do that, like, collectively. It has to be one-on-one, because yes, you can predict some things, but I'm not in the business to do that, because I think a lot of things people should not know, because when they know, like, it just ruins things in their timetable and just messes things up. If they're meant to know it, trust me, God, your spirits, angels, your ancestors, they're gonna make sure that you know it. No medium, no, you don't have to pay anything. Nothing is required of you. Just of you just letting go and let things be. You know, these are my people that need to have more respect for themselves. Not saying that they don't respect themselves, but when it comes to relationships, you overgive, you overdo. You're like a people pleaser in a sense, and that's what needs to go. That's what needs to heal. Why do you feel the need to people please? Why do you feel the need to overgive? The people that you're overgiving, they don't give a damn. They don't even care, you know? So it's finding the people that match your energy. And stop wasting your time on bullshit and people that are not worthy of your time or your place. Because here's the thing, people may act like they don't like you or whatever, but they want to harvest your energy. You know, it's proximity, you know? They don't like you, but they want your contacts. You know, so look, it's better to be alone than to be in bad company. And I know it's hard for like my group, the people that I'm speaking to right now, because everyone wants a sense of community. But you know what? Be your own community. But when you listen to me, when you're able to, what's the word? When you are able to confront the lonely part of yourself, the need to have someone there, and being codependent, and you figure that out. But once you figure that out and you be less and you're no longer codependent, doors open for you. I think what you like, whoever's watching this video is not. Don't be hard on yourself. Like I'm telling you right now, everyone goes through. Everyone has issues. You just have people that have just prettier environments, or they have more luck. There's or. We can go in all day, but here's the thing: you can create your own luck. You can create what you want. And I'm gonna be very honest. The only thing about it is like say what you want, let it go, but be consistent in it. You can say that I want a husband, but you're inside 24/7. What? Stop. So it's being aligned with what you're asking for, and not saying that you have to do the work, but be in precision, but be in alignment, be in precision. You get what I'm saying? If you love volleyball and you want to meet a volleyball player, what are you doing at the basketball court? You know, that's probably not a good analogy, but whatever. But anyway, I just wanted to say I love my rock bottom people. I'm going to be here for you. And I did create a COVEN service for people. I only have 16 spots. I'm going to launch it tomorrow. But I feel like called to tell you. So if you feel like you want access before anyone else, and be part of COVEN, and I'm going to expand this as, you know, things develop. But I need to start small. Even at 16, it's a lot, you know. But if you go to my booking page, it's on square.com. I love square.com. They're amazing. It's very easy peasy, effortless. I don't like a lot of like, I need to do too much. Make it easy for me. Because my girls are so weird. It's because my brain does jiu-jitsu every day. Like it's like constantly like figuring things out. Like even without my knowing. Wild in my brain, you know. But that's what happens when you are a medium. You know, because there's your self-talk, but then there's the messages that come in, and it's very different from your self-talk, and you'll know it. But you won't know it until you have to be quiet, baby. You have to allow yourself to be receiving it. Because I receive daily. But when I receive daily, it's not like, I receive daily. Like, now, sometimes, like, Spirit gets pissed off with me because I filter a lot. I don't trust, like, I gave someone a reading. I won't say their name. And it was so funny. Like, I was actually talking to them. I wasn't meant to give them a reading at all. But we're talking on the phone, and maybe he asked something or whatever, I have no idea. But I start laughing, and this is not my usual self, because when you're channeling, you become, like, you take on, like, multiple things can happen. You can take on the person's character, you can smell them. It's so many different things that I'm curious about. Like, I know myself and how I channel what happens. Like, I can receive kills or chills or my hands become cold. Like, it's always my hands, because my hands are my babies, my channel. That's why I'm always holding crystals and rocks. I've always been an earthy girl. I used to love, I still do, but I love, why do I have a knot in my hair? Love trees. I've always loved trees. I will freaking hug a tree, like save the trees. And I've always wanted a tree house. But I also love go-karts and like drag racing, which is like so weird. But I love trees. I've always loved trees. I used to climb trees. And, you know, yeah, like jump from my tree to my pool. I had a lot of fun, but I want my son to experience that too, but times are so different. That's why I think he needs to go to Germany. But anyway, hold on. What the hell?
Hurry up now! Hurry up!
Okay. I had to just like turn it off. Like, I'm always getting that mom face. But anyway, guys, I love you. You guys made me feel better, because I was feeling like down and out because I have a lot going on. Show you. Gorgeous baby. Okay, bye. Can't see my son. No. Bye. I protect you. Bye-bye. Did you hear me? Anyway, so guys, I want you to cheer up and know that everything is going to be okay. I'm getting annoyed. Give me 1 second. I'm telling you, boys, Jesus Christ, drives me nuts. We just came from the beach today. We were at the beach all day. But anyway, so my people, stay consistent even when it's hard. And when it's hard, do something small. You get what I'm saying? But create a plan for yourself that you do, like a daily practice that you do every day. You wake up, regardless, before you look at your phone, you go and meditate, even if it's for 10 minutes. But treat your body well, because your body will surprise you. And if you want to remember your dreams, mugwort. Put mugwort in a little bag, like you can go buy mugwort from a health food store or whatever, and put in like a little bag. I put mine in a little bag. You put it underneath your pillow. You remember your dreams. Or you can sip the tea, but listen, I am not a doctor. I'm not telling you to do anything except for putting it underneath your pillow. If you want to get into teas and all that herbal stuff, I really want you to consult a doctor. Say like, you know, I was really interested in blah, blah, blah. But it's like this, if you're diabetic, like I don't know. So just put the mugwort in a bag under your pillow, okay, and call it a day. That's not consumed. I have never consumed the tea, but I have these secret tips, and I want to let you know that. But first, guys, I want you to get right within yourself. When you feel like crying, just cry. And right, I know I'm saying this, and it's probably so annoying, because if someone told this to me, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Right. Even if it's a few sentences. Because once you get in that, because here's the thing, here's the tea. Once you get in the habit of journaling, you can refer back to it years from now, and you're gonna wish that you wrote down like your days. Because it's like when you're looking into astrology and they like, what happened on, like, look back on 10 years from now during this date. You can actually do that, you know. And it's just nice to have, like, you can use these diaries and make them a book, you know. I want to do that. I want to take my journals, because I have so many of them, and like my tarot entries, and make it into a book. And yeah, I'm saying this out loud. Try to copy me. That's great. Good luck. I don't give a shit, because I own my power. I'm the Queen of Wands, bitch. I don't move. You move. But I break down barriers, and I'm resilient. And you guys, I want to teach that to you. Stop. I think what you guys need to remember is, get the status and the people that live in penthouses and try to tell you what to do when you are in one, what do you call it, a studio apartment or something small. And you're like, you have no food and you're trying to figure out like what's going on. Take it from someone that's had so much, like you guys would never even realize, or maybe will, and that's fantastic. Share it with me. But I've also hit my lowest bottoms, and it was because of myself, and I've always known. But now everything is on me, and I feel so grateful to be in that position. But it's also very scary because it's a lot. Like being in charge and managing everything. It's a lot. Sometimes the boss doesn't want to be a boss. They want to show. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys a message, and I was feeling very low because I have so much going on. You have no idea, and my son's going to camp soon. It's just a lot of things that I'm thinking about. Like I'm already in September, October, planning. So and Christmas, what we're doing. It's a lot of planning and a lot of disappointment, and it's always with other people. That's why you can't allow people actions to disappoint you. Be real with it, If it's something that is consistent and this person is always doing it, let them go. You need to, relationships should be reciprocal. If they're not reciprocal, you need to reassess. Because what the F are you doing? The wheel is not always turning in someone else's favor. No. The world doesn't work like that. There's synchronicities. There's seasons. Things change. What goes up must come down, and vice versa. And a lot of things that you see are not real, and I think people really need to realize that. What's real is when you have someone that truly loves you and you have a family that that supports you. But if you don't have that, like my people here, create that community, because there's so many people out there. So at a certain age, you can't continue to say wah wah wah. But what are you doing about it? Create the system. Create the ecosystem. Like Bumble, blah blah blah. Create a create a meetup for people, whatever, or create a space where everyone gravitates towards. And if you can't afford that, create a function where it's at this specific venue every single week at a specific time, and you work it out. Trust me, I work quick. I know how to make money. But these are things that you need to think about, and I think everyone should have a hobby. If you do something that you're, if you have a job and it's a job, you need to have a hobby of something that makes you happy. And if you have a career where it's something that you love, you should also do things that scare you. Do the opposite. You can be great at everything, That's why you have a lot of these execs that are into fitness and all these other things, and they have horrible form because either you have it or not. It's like ballet. These runners that are I'm a runner. No, you're not. But okay. Anyway, you guys made me feel so much better. This is what I love. I want to create a community where we can come together, serious people, not fucking people that just want attention. That's why I have a membership. Check out my membership in my link in my bio. I believe it's $121, and you receive one full moon reading, a new moon reading. You get the first dibs at anything. And honestly, if you email me Siobhan, I'm a girl's girl. Well, I don't like saying I'm a girl's girl. I am supportive. I'm not a girl's girl. Yeah, I'm very supportive. And I want to see people shine. I'm not one of these people that are jealous, of other people's success. I think people are sick in their brain. But I like people that are successful, but also share it, the wealth. You don't owe people anything, but what you do owe people when you have received or you benefited off of, grants or other people's help. Yeah, I think you do owe people of giving it back, whichever way you can. Absolutely, you owe it. And if you don't, that's okay. Karma will come and replace you. You'll be taken care of. But anyway, my loves. I love you guys. I'm excited for us. I want to build my own community, my own the Deadly Witch Coven. There's so many covens out there, who cares? It's not like a true, like, actually it is a true coven for bad bitches. And I will help you do spell work, candle magic, because, oh, that's funny, that was there today. I do a lot of candle magic. That's one of my things. I've always done it. And I'll show more. I'll share more with you at another time. I just wanted to get on here and just let you guys know how much I love you. And when you're going through transformation and dark nuzzle, it sucks. But guess what? I'm here. If you want me to do a reading for free, like a pick a bio, I'll do one that's very short, but I got you, baby. Or maybe I'll give you a complimentary reading. It really depends. I'm a very sweet person. Okay, so look, I'm building a community. I'm not trying to just get paid for a service. No. What I'm building is a community of people where we share our thoughts, but I teach you and I guide you because I've been there. And I'm guiding people that, because all your readings are like glittering like gold, like great. But what about the people that are going through transformations, like serious ones? People that are going through grief, loss, transformation. They don't know what to do, where to go, and there's no, like, first of all, there's bugs, but you gotta be careful of who you trust and who you let in, you know? And I love New Orleans, honey. I've had mixed, I went there for my birthday. They're a little racist, like in the witch shops, but I was like, fuck off. Okay. But I really, there's so much to do. You really need to, like, plan your day or have, like, a lot of time where you can, like, you know, do what you want. But New Orleans is my place. And I deserve a plantation house. Yeah. Anyway, I love you guys. And I hope it made you feel better. We're going to be coming into July. July is, Leos are like the fucking main character. So everyone's entering main character energy. And if you don't like it, get ready. Because the spotlight's on you, you know? And enjoy it. And even if the spotlight's not on you, then it means have the courage of a Leo. Leo's my son, doesn't give a shit. He is so fearless. I learned from him. Like, I sit back and go, okay. Like, we went in the train one day from his school, and he's like, is anyone gonna get up so me and my mom can sit down? And I said, and people got up. See? If you don't ask, you never know. But I really appreciate it. But Berlin is very direct, very compassionate, but he gets ROI all day. My son is wild. But anyway, I am so grateful and so blessed. And that's one thing you need to wake up and say, write down 3 things that you are grateful for and that you're blessed for, and speak it loud. Say 3 times. Because if you want something so bad, what is 3 times for you? The first time, I might not hear it. The second time, it kind of hits. The third time, you had to hear it. All right? 3 times the charm. I love you guys, and I'll see you very soon. Mwah, my babies.